Yo, yo, yo. What is up? sorry, sorry. What the? Wait, what the what? Oh, that's weird. Oh, there we go. Okay, hold on, hold on. Oh, what's going on, guys? My OBS is being weird, guys. Oh no, guys. Okay, it'll be okay. Whatever. Uh, good morning, good day, happy Sunday. Hope everybody's weekend's going well. Sorry, man. I'm a little bit sick. I'm a little bit sick. But I'll do my best today. Okay, I'll do my best. Hope everybody else is doing well. We will do the news, and then we will try to get an amount of gaming in. But I don't know that I'll be able to go a full day today. Um, I'm feeling real beat up, and I need to rest a little bit. So um, I'd rather try to do some shorter streams, keep resting, and not let this thing knock me down too bad. So that's what I'm gonna try to do. That's gonna be the play. I don't feel bad enough to not stream, so I'm gonna try to get some content in. But I'm afraid to go too hard and not get some rest and maybe get a little bit worse. You know what I mean? So that's what we'll do. We'll just plan on getting the news in and doing some more Breath of the Wild, and we'll see how it goes. Okay. I hope everybody's doing well. It's great to see you guys. Let's get over there. Let's get into the news and see what's going on. Okay. By the way, Subnautica vibes this morning. Awesome OST, awesome game. Check it out, Subnautica. Survival, base building, resource collection, adventure game. It's very cool. Check it out. All right. Kill the music. Let's get in here to the news. Let's find out what's going on. I've already got one article up I saw first thing this morning, and I was like, let's grab that real quick. Switch makes highly rated games less than $4. We've got that up, so we'll take a look at that. It was before I switched over here to the news, so I wanted to go ahead and grab it. See what else we got. Save on select digital games, New Year's sale. Is this the same thing? Is this Nintendo? Maybe, possibly. I got all the time in the world. Yeah, this is Switch stuff too. Actually, let's make sure. We're getting the same kind of stuff off of both of these, okay? Let's make sure here. OBS is being funky, dude. It's weird. It's being weird. Games Done Quick kicks off today, guys. Games Done Quick kicks off today. We already talked about Mike Uyama's stepping down as the head of this organization. Mike was the founder of this. It started off, man, I can't remember what year, but in his mother's basement. We love those stories. You know what I mean? Mom's basement stories for sure. So Mike is stepping down though to pursue other interests, which we can only wish Mike the best. Really, I mean, he helped to create an amazing organization that raises a lot of money each year for some amazing charities, but also a great place for the gaming community to hang out, an inclusive place for the gaming community that allows everybody to kind of gather a couple of times a year and enjoy each other's company and you know enjoy, especially the speedrunning community, but just gaming as a whole. So whatever's going on with Mike and whatever the future holds for Mike and his future endeavors, we can only I think say thanks for uh, what has been established here with Games Done Quick and wish Mike the best. But Games Done Quick does kick off today and we'll go for the next week. These are 24 hours a day for the next week, man. Speedrunning events. And it's a great thing for charity. I will pull up some, let's see, Games Done Quick. We'll pull that up. We'll show everybody that. Okay. That way I don't forget. Get everybody in on being able to check out Games Done Quick today if you're interested. I don't think the event kicks off until about 4 hours from now. But when it does, it will be nonstop for the next 7 days. All day long. 24 hours a day for the next 7 days. It's pretty cool. We've already kind of talked about this. Bungie is, it's if you're not aware, Bungie has been bought by Sony last year, right? They were acquired by Sony, and outside of them, obviously maintaining work on bringing new content to their main title right now, which is Destiny 2, they are working with Sony on creating some new titles, right? We've already kind of hit on this. That's not a surprise, right? With them being bought by Sony, not only was Bungie's collection of IPs going to be a good thing for Sony to have, but it was well known that, Sony was going to be looking to have Bungie create some new IPs moving forward, and that's what's happening. We don't have a whole lot of news on that front yet. We've already hit on this a little bit, but once we get some legitimate news about what's coming from Bungie with their new software, their new games, we'll find out. Game Pass users upset over changes to new games. Let's take a look. What is going on, dude? I know I set this up earlier for past 24 hours. So we'll go with that now and see what we get. Yeah. Yeah, Stadia is being shut down, guys. It is very close to that point. Uh, they're refunding people their purchases for software and hardware for Stadia, as well as trying to collaborate with developers for software on their platform um, to find ways to allow users to put their saved files into other platforms. What were some of the notable games they had done that with already? I think Ubisoft, they had collaborated with Ubisoft on some titles, stuff like that were on Stadia as well, where you could take your saved data and export it into other platforms. That way, you're not losing all of that game time, right? So, if you were a Stadia player, it is shutting down, and you should be looking to recoup some of that cost that Google is refunding, and look to maybe see how many of the games that you've been playing on there have been set up in a way for you to be able to export your save files into another platform, so you're not losing all that time you spent in those games. Okay. Steam trick saves some users lots of money. Let's see what this is. NetEase has acquired a developer that worked on Halo Infinite and Minecraft. We read about this yesterday. Ubisoft's Star Wars game they are developing right now. We're probably not going to see this be released until 2024, 2025, but it has been noted as being a very open universe type game where comparisons to No Man's Sky, not quite as many probably planets to go to, but similar to that. So that's what they're saying right now anyways. 2024, 2025, that's a long ways off, right? Things can change quite a bit in that time frame. So we'll stay tuned. We'll see what happens as development continues, and we'll see if it continues to trend that way. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet making major change next month. Let's see what's going on. Maybe the game will become playable. I'm just kidding. It's playable. It's just been buggy. Highly rated PS4 game is just 19 cents for a limited time. See what that is? Left 4 Dead like game free to try for a limited time. Let's see what's going on there. Dusk could be making its way to Xbox, PlayStation. Let's see what's going on that. World Championships of Warhammer announced, huh? Okay. Let's look at our other search real quick. Got quite a bit of news already this morning. A little bit abnormal for Sundays. Usually Sundays are a little bit bleak on the news front, but it happens from time to time. Oh, this is probably going to be bad. Yeah. We'll take a look at this, man. I talk about this kind of thing a lot, and Roblox is a great example of. Don't autoplay this, okay? No, 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 no. Don't autoplay, dude. Yeah, there's a lot of software out there, a lot of video games out there that are aimed and promoted to attract younger audiences, kids, and the developers behind these games don't do a great job at protecting kids, which is not acceptable, really. And we'll take a look at this article. Roblox is a big one that has received a lot of criticism about this, and we'll see what's going on here. What is this? It is taking a while for sites to pull up today. I don't know what's going on. My bitrate looks fine for OBS and everything, but my sites are being a bit funky. I'm not sure what's up. Could be approaching the end of Switch's supported lifecycle based on several factors. Look, the Switch is getting old, but it will continue to be supported until a new console comes out, and it will continue to be supported.
He's the most powerful hacker of all time.
What's up, gamer? What's up, buddy? What are you doing? Finally a day off, my dude. What's up, man? Yeah. Are you hacking me, dude? Is that what's going on? So the Switch is over 6 years old at this point. The hardware in the
Hackerman. He's the most powerful hacker of all time.
Yeah, I would say Hackerman's definitely a thing right now. Yeah. Dude, what? What just happened? Oh, bro, why are you hacking me, dude? Hackerman. How long do I think I've left on Zelda? Well, per our schedule we just made. Cool, Timwin. Nice, man. What's up, buddy? Probably, I'm trying to finish it within the next week to week and a half, probably. That's my goal. That's my goal. Yeah. And then we are going to move on to the forest. That's what we're playing next. Yep. This is our schedule right now. I haven't, dude. I slept all night last night. I'm not feeling real great. I probably won't do a full stream today. I don't even know how much of one I'll get done today. I'm feeling really under the weather. Right on, man. Cool. The forest will be next for us, and then we'll be playing Superfuse after that. So I'm gonna try to see if I can get Breath of the Wild finished by, excuse me, about the 15th. So within the next week to week and a half, then I'm gonna play some of the forest, and then it'll be Superfuse after that. That's the schedule for now. Yeah. And I'm gonna get that schedule hopefully sooner rather than later. A bit more pleasing to look at, nice, and then locked down and linked up for everybody to look at as we move forward. So I'll be able to change it, and people will be able to keep a look at what we're doing and everything. But that's my play, man. That's what I'm looking to do. I have a really hard time. There was a lot of good things about Elden Ring for me, but you know how I feel about it. I have a really hard time with a game that gets released in the state it did on PC, and it didn't. They didn't get it fixed real quick or anything either. So I know that there's some people saying they didn't have too many issues, but there are a lot of people on PC that did, and I'm one of them. So it was good on console, but a game releasing in a bad state, man, that's a rough thing for me. There's a lot of good content in it, but that's a thing that really is a hard thing for me to accept from developers, man. And that's one of the things, as well as some of their things that they've just been using for too long that they haven't been working on trying to fix or upgrade as they've been moving forward from software targeting systems, things like that. I have a hard time with that. There's a lot of good stuff. It going open world, the mount system in the game was amazing. Uh, felt like they reused bosses too much. There's stuff that happened in the game that was a little bit meh to me, but the bad state in which that game released on PC, uh, I would have a really hard time voting that thing game of the year for me, based on that fact alone. I have a lot of hate for developers not releasing games in good state on. I don't expect a game to be perfect or flawless or anything like that, but there's a lot of frame drop. There's a lot of stuttering for a lot of people that played it on PC, not just myself. So it's a tough thing for me, man. But I'm glad you enjoyed it. I am. And GG's on the Rowney ending, man. That's awesome. And Cultic was awesome. Again, thanks for that gift, man. Yeah, I've actually still got it in my to play list because as more chapters come out for Cultic, we'll probably try to dive in there and play more of it. Yeah. That's not what I wanted to do. Stop. It was a fat click. Please. Yeah, we talked about this yesterday. There's a lot. There's like 5 games that were announced, basically from an outside source with insider knowledge of the Wizards of the Coast, basically shutting down or scrapping 5 games. One of them was a game from one of their devs, Hidden Path. It was a D&D game, and now Hidden Path is refuting that claim, saying that their game is still in development. So I don't know. We'll see as we move forward. Tinwin, why specifically were you wanting to know when I thought we'd be done with Breath of the Wild? You just ready for whatever we're gonna play next, dude? Is that what's going on? We'll go one more page, see what we can pull up here. Dead Island 2's combat might make the wait worth it. I've heard some decent stuff about Dead Island 2, but this game scares me a little bit. You know how long this game's been in development? Like 8 to 9 years, I think, for Dead Island 2. So it's a little bit scary. Witcher 3 Remaster adds new Cyberpunk 2077 Easter egg. Witcher 3 Remaster is a hot mess too, though. Can you get to the point of actually seeing the Easter egg in that game? At least on PC, I know for a fact on PC it was a big old mess. Overwatch 2 players complain new skin is pay to lose. Oh, dude. Let's take a look at that. That's fun. Mm. All right, let's stick with that. We'll stick with that, man. Dead Island 2's combat might make the wait worth it. Dead Island 2 finally has a solid handle under Dam Buster Studios, which should bring refined combat to give zombie slaying adventure an edge. What I have seen of the game looks pretty good, but there's just, dude, this game has been delayed and in development for so long. It's scary, man. Deep Silver's zombie RPG Dead Island 2 is finally targeting a release in April following an uncertain development status that has persisted for many years. After changing hands multiple times, Dambuster Studios has taken the lead in developing the sequel to 2011's Dead Island, and recent gameplay previews have surprised fans with an impressive range of characters, weapons, and gadgets in its dystopian version of Los Angeles. If Dead Island 2 delivers, it will be a welcome comeback for a dormant franchise. The latest Dead Island 2 gameplay trailer highlights several zombie-infested locales that are blown through using forceful melee kills. It is fair to say that the quality of the gaming experience will partially rely on how its development studio manages to implement responsive combat in this action-oriented RPG. But players should be in for a treat if the preview footage accurately reflects high attention to detail in Dambuster's upcoming title. Dambuster Studios seems committed to offering combat options that are faithful to the first Dead Island game. Beyond barehanded fisticuffs, there are swords, hammers, and more dangerous tools that fans can expect. Ranged weapons such as pistols, rifles, and shotguns occupy the remainder of the arsenal, and there is confirmation that Dead Island 2's weapons will degrade over time, meaning the world should yield a reasonable number of resources for repairs and modifications. Additionally, the game is reported to provide 6 playable characters. This project should be aiming for further specialization. A wider selection of weapons is essential for Dead Island 2 to avoid becoming a bore. Throwable items and even zombie-based abilities also appear to be in play, which has the potential to introduce powerful strategies to experiment with. Yeah, we saw in one of the trailers where, like, you can basically proc these superpowers based on the fact that you've been bitten or, you've been infected with this zombie infection. But I find what's weird about that is, like, I know a lot of games do this nowadays, but is it, I mean, I don't know. Maybe the story's like it doesn't affect you the way it affects other people and totally turning them into mindless zombies, I don't know. And instead makes it to where you can become kind of powerful for limited times. Maybe it's something like that. Combat is designed with enemy variety in mind. Players should benefit from finding the right equipment and planning ahead. Robust combat should be a defining factor in making Dead Island 2 a great co-op game to play with friends. While Dead Island 2 City appears to contain a healthy amount of undead, there could also be a fair distribution of unique enemy types to consider. Ideally, combat encounters should evolve as players progress. There are hints of enemy variety in pre-release footage for Dead Island 2, and some foes might be more intelligent than the average zombie. In one sequence, a masked clown can be seen ambushing the player from above, hinting that some in-game encounters might require players to be cautious. It's unlikely Dead Island 2 will resemble stealth games from recent years, but there might be more deadly forms of gameplay. A combination of strong enemies could make exploring post-apocalyptic LA more lively and immersive. In several fights, Dead Island 2 showcases an intricate gore feature codenamed Flesh, which may give organic hints about the total health of adversaries. Fitting with the FPS horror of Dead Island, exposed bones and missing limbs appear to display locational damage as in games like Dead Space. If that visual feedback is consistent, Dead Island 2 could convey satisfying and impactful gameplay that rivals the original. Yeah, that would be really cool. Boasting exploration in one of the most iconic cities in the U.S., Dead Island 2 is in a unique position. Los Angeles hosts many recognizable neighborhoods and landmarks that could give the sequel's setting a greater sense of identity than Dead Island's fictional island of Benoit. Sandy coastlines, which return in Dambuster's follow-up, could serve as a more tropical game setting, while nearby ruined buildings illustrate the destructive nature of the apocalypse. There are many games set during zombie outbreaks, but Dead Island 2 might produce a world on a larger scale than most. Urban areas could be arranged with structures that elicit a greater feeling of verticality that contrasts the city streets, might not be as immense as the urban sprawl of Grand Theft Auto 5's Los Santos, but first-person navigation could become less tiresome if Dam Buster executes its locations well. Dead Island did not have an open world, at least not in the traditional sense, yet large-scale districts might work as a distinct collection of places to discover, loot, and battle monstrous creatures. Dead Island 2 shows promise, and fans may not have to wait much longer to see what Dam Buster Studios and Deep Silver have in store. It has been over a decade since the first game, which means the series will have to catch up on the many innovations that have been made following its initial launch. Techland, developer of the original Dead Island, has moved over to the Dying Light franchise, another series of RPGs starring zombies. There is still new content coming to Dying Light 2, so it will be interesting to find out how Dead Island 2 differentiates itself. I was actually thinking about that. There's a lot of similarities here between these two titles. Dying Light 2, there's a main character, or I think your character is actually infected to an extent and gives you greater powers. Boom, here you are in this game with the same thing. It has the same kind of weapon creating stuff in it where you take base weapons and you can make them into more powerful weapons and stuff by, pumping them up with like fire or electricity, stuff like that. So there's a lot of similarities there. I think one of the main differences being you're going to see like Dying Light is a more dark, ominous, thriller kind of vibe to it, where I think this game's going to be more of an arcade style, funny. It's still going to have that horror vibe to it a little bit, but it's going to be a bit of a different take than something you'll see in like Dying Light. But we'll see. Overwatch 2 players complain new skin is pay to lose. Overwatch 2's newest event added a skin which some feel is pay to lose, cosmetic due to the amount of noise it supposedly makes. The skin went to Widowmaker and turns her into Medusa to fit the theme of Greek legends in the Battle for Olympus event. A version of Medusa complete with hissing snakes for hair. It's those snakes which some feel are a bit too noisy for their own good. Others are inclined to think there's nothing to worry about. The fuss about the Medusa Widowmaker skin started when competitive FPS player Kefri shared the clip below that showed a Widowmaker walking around while wearing the skin. You can hear hissing noises occasionally in the video when near another Widowmaker. The new Medusa skin is so loud it actively punishes you for using it. Not only can you not hear enemy footsteps, you also can't hide either. The enemy team can hear the snake's hair on the Medusa's skin and pinpoint your location from them. It's true that you can hear the snakes that make up the new skin, but others are skeptical of how much of a problem this really is. Those on the other side of the issue have pointed out that with how much there's going on in an Overwatch 2 match in the first place, from heroes stomping around to the ability effects and callouts, nobody's going to be paying attention to some hissing noises anyway, let alone the spot those noises are originating from. Widowmaker by design wants to be pretty far away from the enemy team anyway, so if you're hearing those snakes right near you, somebody's probably messed up somewhere. It's not uncommon for skins to be adjusted post-release in games whenever there's a problem with them that might affect competitive integrity. We've seen it happen with Call of Duty skins in the past, so there's reason to believe that this one could be adjusted too if Blizzard deems this pay-to-lose scenario enough of an issue to take action. Blizzard hasn't said anything about this yet, however, so it's unknown if anything will be done or not. In related news, the same update that introduced this new game mode also rolled out the first update of 2023. That update included some balance changes for a number of different heroes, though not as many as some might have expected with characters like Roadhog left off the patch notes. All right. Yeah. Might be just a bit of unnecessary complaining, really. For a character that is played in that capacity, it doesn't necessarily usually seem like it's going to be a huge issue. But yeah, I guess anything that could really give away your position to somebody, if it's like something like this where it's loud enough, it might just be in the best interest of the developer to go ahead and make it to where you can only the player's team can hear it. We'll do that. Only the player's teammates can hear the snakes. Boom. Easy fix, dude. Something like that. I got you, Blizzard. No worries. Let me help you out there. Xbox Game Pass users upset over change to new games Xbox Game Pass and Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscribers across PC and console are upset with a sudden new change to the subscription service. The change is fairly minor, and there's no indication it's a permanent one, but it's caught the ire of some subscribers who, since the launch of the subscription service, have had little to complain about. What's the problem? Well, Xbox has stopped communicating about new games. There's been a couple of games added so far this year, but they've been stealth drops. Typically, Xbox makes an Xbox Game Pass announcement every 2 weeks, revealing new games coming to the subscription service that month each time. For the last several weeks, this has stopped. Many are assuming this is because of the holiday season, but while this is a reasonable conclusion, it's not a definitive official conclusion. The complaints and criticism have become so frequent that the mods of the Xbox Game Pass Reddit page have started to remove posts about the situation. According to most of these posts, the issue isn't the lack of new games, but the lack of communication. I don't personally care about the game drops because I have plenty of stuff to play, but when a service has worked the exact same way since its inception and starts to change that out of nowhere with no communication, I think there's a right for people to be wary, says one Redditor of the situation. This is 2 missed drops now for the first time since its inception. There's still just as many games leaving the service, but not nearly as many being added at the moment. So I think it's fair for people to be irked when you're paying for it. I agree with most here. Not necessarily the fact that no games came out for the last 2 weeks of December, adds another Redditor. It's more annoying that there's been zero communication. It's a staple of Game Pass that 2 announcements are made every month. And for them to suddenly stop doing so, of course, people are going to be asking questions. Again, it's quite possible this change is purely the product of a holiday season. That's what I kind of assumed. I'd hit on this previously a little bit. I kind of assumed this was a holiday season kind of issue. We'll see moving forward for sure. However, if this is the case, it's not been communicated. Xbox hasn't said anything about the matter beyond this one teasing tweet. If this changes, we'll be sure to update the story accordingly. Yeah, I mean that's what you would want, though, right? You want Microsoft and Xbox to communicate this to the community and the customers of this service. Let them know what's happening. Like, the holiday season's presenting some challenges to us. There will be a bit of an issue with doing what is normal for us this month, but things will resume next month. Something like that. Something easy. You don't have to go into huge detail. You know what I mean? But just let people know. Be open and transparent in what's transpiring with what people are paying you for, Come on, man. Steam Trick saves some users lots of money. There's a Google Chrome extension that will save some Steam users a lot of money. Unfortunately, if you're a Mozilla type of person or a Safari loyalist, or maybe you like, the privacy of DuckDuckGo, you're out of luck, as this trick requires the use of Google Chrome because it's a Google Chrome extension. Dubbed available on Game Pass, the extension lets Steam users know if a game they are looking at is available on Game Pass. In other words, it prevents you from accidentally buying a game you already have access to through your Game Pass subscription. That's actually really, really clutch. Not only does the extension flag Xbox Game Pass games, but EA Play games, which is relevant for Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscribers. In addition to this, it also flags games that are coming to the subscription service as well as leaving it. These last 2 bits are especially handy, as keeping up with what games are coming to the subscription service isn't always easy, and keeping up with what games are leaving is even more challenging. Know if a game on Steam is also available on Game Pass, displaying all platforms where you can play it, reads an official description of the extension. This extension shows a Game Pass banner on a game store page on Steam. As you would expect, the extension created by Lootkicks is free. If you're both a Steam user and an Xbox Game Pass subscriber, it's a must download purely because of how handy it is and how much money it can end up saving you. For more coverage, that's actually really, really cool. It sucks that it's only an extension that's really working on Chrome right now, but who knows? Maybe as it evolves and time moves forward, it'll work on more browsers. That's what you would hope, anyways. But right there in chat is the link for this article, so you can take a look at hooking that up if you need it. NetEase acquires developer that worked on Halo Infinite and Minecraft. These, let me see. Okay, Chinese gaming company NetEase acquired another studio this week this time going after one that's got credits on massive games like Minecraft, Halo Infinite, and more. NetEase acquired Skybox Labs, the Canadian studio listed as a co-developer and support studio on games ranging from those listed above to strategy titles and even a VR experience. Skybox Labs will continue to operate independently, NetEase said, and will expand the partners it works with now under NetEase's ownership. NetEase announced the acquisition of Skybox this week and said it'll support the studio with resources and execution capabilities so that Skybox Labs can achieve faster scale while maintaining the quality of work the studio is known for. Considering how NetEase said that Skybox will continue to be able to work with the current co-development partners it was already affiliated with, it seems as though Skybox will still be able to work on the games it's currently assisting with. Skybox worked on Halo Infinite, Halo 5, Fallout 76, and a number of different Minecraft versions and updates, as well as some of the Age of Empires games. Two originals from the studio included Stella and Tasty Lethal Tactics. This move is just the latest from NetEase to grow the company's gaming talent. Last year, veteran Resident Evil producer Hiroyuki Kobayashi left Capcom to join NetEase. The biggest move of 2022, the company also acquired Quantic Dream, the creators of games like Detroit Become Human. Yeah, NetEase and Tencent, man, two huge companies out of the Eastern Hemisphere, out of Asia specifically. I think both of these are actually originally Chinese companies. All right. So now NetEase has Skybox. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet making major change next month. Game Freak is making a major change to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet that will take effect starting next month. While the latest mainline installments in the Pokemon series have proven controversial, largely due to the myriad of issues and design shortcomings that plague the pair of exclusive games, they are the fastest selling Pokemon titles to date. In other words, a huge number of people have played them and will continue to play them. If you fall into the latter category, this new change may be of interest to you. More specifically, Game Freak has revealed that ranked battles in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet for Series 2 will allow the use of Paradox Pokemon in single and double battles. There's no limit on the number you can have in your party, so you can field an entire team of Paradox Pokemon if you so choose. The series is set to begin on February 1st and run until March 31st, and that's all we know at the moment. As always, we will keep you updated as Game Freak issues more information. In the meantime, yeah. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet are available on Switch right now, okay, if you didn't know that. My OBS is jacked right now. Sick, okay. Weird. Having some weird issues this morning. Keep moving. Highly rated PS4 game, just 19 cents for a limited time. Courtesy of a new PlayStation Store sale on one PS4 game is only 19 cents for a limited time. PS4 game in question was developed by Digital Melody, published by Forever Entertainment, and released in 2018. Over on Steam, the game has nearly 3,000 user reviews, with 92% of these reviews reviewing the game positively, which gives the game a very positive user review rating. And as the aforementioned pair notes, its predecessor has been played by millions. If you haven't connected the dots yet, the game in question is Timberman versus Between Now and January 19th. The game in question is Timberman versus. Between now and January 19th, the downloadable title is only 19 cents on PlayStation Network. Unlike most PSN games priced at this price, it's actually worth the loose change in your pocket. As for what the difference is between it and its predecessor, Timberman, there's not a ton. The gameplay is more or less the same, but how it's played is different as it's more multiplayer focused than its predecessor. In addition to this, there are a few changes from its predecessor that make it play a little differently. But again, these differences aren't drastic. Enter the digital forest and discover a new version of the classic casual game. Slice and dice trees in an arcade style. Challenge your friends and be the fastest Timberman alive. Timberman now features a single-player challenge to test your skills and unlock as many as 56 characters, and local games to have fun with your friends. Grab your trustworthy axe, become a true Timberman, and chop trees in 3 unique game modes. See what this is. Maybe.
Timberman versus. Take your axe as every lumberjack does and chop a tree as fast as you can. Challenge your friends in up to 4-player multiplayer party mode to decide who is the king of the forest. Now in special Nintendo Switch version. Come on, is that all you can do? 30 million gamers around the world can't go wrong. Are you ready for the most intense multiplayer rage game ever? Plenty of game modes to choose from. Over 50 characters to unlock, and a lot more. Timberman versus. Bigger, better, more chops. Wood not included.
Could be a cool time for 19 cents, man. You know, 19 cents. I don't know. If you're interested, here you go. Left 4 Dead like game, free to play or free to try for a limited time. New 4-player co-op game similar to Left 4 Dead is free to try for a limited time. Left 4 Dead is one of the best co-op games of all and was part of a whole new wave of horde shooters. The game came out around the same time as Call of Duty World at War, which also had a 4-player zombie horde mode that drastically changed the entire franchise. Left 4 Dead was a huge phenomenon for several years, but like all Valve games, it made 2 amazing games and then never made a third one. Why? We have no idea. However, a number of studios have attempted to replicate the style in various ways over the years with games like Back 4 Blood and the Anticrusis. Speaking of which, the Anticrusis is free to play on Steam right now. Not free to own, but you can try it for free on Steam for the entire weekend. However, if you do like it, the game is on sale for roughly $10 during this trial period, so you can get it for cheap. Nevertheless, if you like Left 4 Dead, you'll probably get a kick out of this. The game places 4 players on a massive spaceship, has them fighting against hordes of aliens, and the gameplay itself is very, very much like Left 4 Dead. Even one of the animations of a player getting grappled on by a tendril and pulled away is similar to the Valve zombie game. You can read a description of the game below. According to Steam data, only 500 or so people are actually playing the game. So if you're interested, you may want to rally your own squad to play it. Nevertheless, the game has positive reviews on Steam, so it seems like those that play it do like it. Anticrusis, huh? Bro, what is my... I don't know what's going on. But here's Anticrusis. Oh, I remember seeing something about this. This just came out not too long ago, didn't it? I think so. Turrets. All right. Yeah, we saw something about this coming out a while back. When did this release? Just about a year ago. Yeah. It's got mediocre reviews, you know? So It might be worth a try if it looks cool. It's free to play this weekend, you know, so check it out maybe. What's this about? Let's go night mode. Give me the night mode. Dusk could be making its way to Xbox and PlayStation soon. If you play FPS games on PC, it's likely you've heard of New Blood Interactive. The indie publisher has a knack for publishing some of the most unique FPS titles available on PC. From the Gothic-inspired Gloomwood to the Heretic-styled Medieval, New Blood has been a part of a large push to bring back what has been referred to. Oh, Wick. Oh, hey, what's up, dude? What's up, man? Uh, New Blood has been a part of a large push to bring back what has been referred to as lovingly as boomer shooters. While the publisher has a wide variety of titles under their belt until the release of Dusk on the Nintendo Switch in 2021, they had never released any of their titles on console, but it looks like that will be changing in 2023. Previously announced by the New Blood Twitter account that Xbox and PlayStation versions of Dusk were in the works. For those that are not familiar with Dusk, imagine if you combined old school Quake with cult classic redneck Rampage. With a dark and simple narrative combined with kinetic and fast-paced gunplay, the gameplay loop is simple but addictive. The idea of more people being able to experience the game is exciting, especially with how well the Nintendo Switch port of the game was received by fans and critics. While there is no official date for when Dusk is coming to Xbox and PlayStation other than that the game is indeed coming, Dave Oshry, the head of New Blood Interactive and certified meme connoisseur, put out a tweet teasing that they are hard at work on the ports. Could we possibly see the Xbox and PlayStation ports of Dusk this year? Certainly feels like it could be a possibility. New Blood is set to have a big 2023 with games like Gloomwood, which have been well received in early access, as well as the upcoming Fallen Aces. Title that combines 1930s gang thuggery with FPS teeth punching action. I will be keeping an eye out for any news about the console ports of Dusk in the coming months. All right, cool. There you go. Yeah, what's up, dude? Hit me. Question me. Question away, dude. Hit me with your best shot. Is it about cleansing my soul? Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's actually that's a setting, dude. Wait, you mean like they're not staying as VODs after you stream? That's what you're talking about, right? They're not showing up as VODs anymore. Right. Yeah, it's a setting, dude. It's a setting. I don't know how yours would have just unless you accidentally like fat clicked a setting when you were messing with stuff at one point. But yeah, it's actually a setting in your Twitch stuff, dude. I can't remember exactly where it's at, but there is a setting that's like whether or not you want your streams to be kept as VODs. Randomly stopped like a month ago. Yeah. Yeah, there is a setting, dude. Yeah. Cuz you can set it up to not keep them. That sucks, dude. Um I'll try to shoot you some information about it on Discord. Like no wonder I couldn't make clips. Yeah, that makes it hard. That makes it difficult, dude. Yeah, there's absolutely an option in your Twitch settings for your content to not be kept as VODs, right? Yeah. You can it's like a toggle. It's a toggle to either have them be kept or to not be kept, yeah. Figured it was a me thing. Yeah. Yeah, I'll find it and I'll send you a screenshot of what it looks like, dude, or where it's at, where you can find it. I'll help you out, dude. It's not hard to find. I'll help you out though. I'll slide up in your DMs, bro. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, faux show. Mm. How are you today, buddy? Dude, I'm having some weird issues this morning. Actually, my stuff's being kind of funky. Uh, gamer did a hacker man, and dude, it just started like spamming hacker man for like 5 or 6 times in a row. It was really crazy. He was definitely hacker man. I mean, uh, World Championships of Warhammer announced, dude. Games Workshop has announced the first ever World Championships of Warhammer, a new event meant to crown the best Warhammer 40k and Warhammer Age of Sigmar players. The new event will take place from November 16th to 19th in Atlanta, Georgia. Players can qualify for the World Championships by participating and winning in official Warhammer events, along with independent events like the Las Vegas Open and Adepticon. Multiple Warhammer games will be represented at the World Championships, including Kill Team and Warhammer Underworld. Notably, Games Workshop stated that at official Warhammer events, players can qualify either by winning the Best Generalship Award, given based on competitive play, or by winning a Best Overall Award, which incorporates painting and hobby skills. Currently, there are 170 qualifying slots spread across 18 different countries, including Australia, Germany, France, Spain, Sweden, and the UK and the US, with more possible. Warhammer 40k and sister games have never been bigger, thanks in part to increased interest in the game during the pandemic. As interest in the game has swelled, Games Workshop has also worked to increase brand awareness, launching its own streaming services, Warhammer Plus, last year, and reaching a deal with Amazon Studios and Henry Cavill for the global rights to make a Warhammer 40k cinematic universe. Considering that Cavill has been one of Warhammer 40,000's biggest backers over the past few years, he'll be a big advocate for making sure that Games Workshop's star IP is represented appropriately. If you need more information about this, here you go. Yeah, it was probably just a really easy thing to miss. Yeah, dude. Yeah. My stuff was all messed up yesterday. Everything updated or changed was all messed up. Oh. Well, there have been some updates that have come out for OBS for a while now, but I haven't done some of them because there's some of the plugins and applications that I use that aren't fully supported by some of the newer OBS versions. So I've just been like holding off on some of that stuff, um, which sucks, but it is what it is, I guess. I don't have time, man, to like find other things to utilize. You know what I mean? I don't have time to find other apps to use and then get it set up for like okay, let's update to the new version of OBS, then find other things to use to take the place of the stuff I'm already using. It's just easier to just go, okay, let's just not update OBS right now, you know? It sucks, but it is what it is. But I am having some funky stuff happen this morning for sure. I don't know what's up. I think part of it might just be some bad internet stuff on my end. My bitrate looks fine though, but I'm having some weird stuff happen anyways with just like stuff not loading up great. So I don't know what's going on. Uh I played oh dude, this is terrible. We talk about this kind of stuff a lot, but I played the Roblox games meant for 5-year-olds and it was awful. Some games are Public Toilet Simulator. It took less than a minute for my character to become stuck lying in a puddle and other players to start doing sexual acts. The shocked mom warned. This is I talk about this a lot, dude. When Mom Carolyn decided to vet the games her kids were playing on Roblox, good on you, Carolyn, because most people don't. She didn't expect to find so much sexual or violent content in the games marked suitable for all ages. All right, I'm done. Done, the video games industry personality said on Twitter. I deleted my kids' Roblox accounts and recommend you guys do too. I just spent 6 hours playing the games meant for 5-year-olds and it was awful. Roblox is a social gaming platform. Players go into the app, choose from an array of games or experiences, and either join a server with people they either do or don't know, or create their own server with friends. Games are split up into age bands, 13 plus, 9 plus, and all ages. Seems harmless enough. Except Carolyn was finding that in Roblox's manually curated games for 4 to 8-year-olds, there was all kinds of depraved content. Roblox unblocks parental controls on violent games. Carolyn said that any uncurated games that have been added to the Roblox library automatically go in the 13 plus section until they can get vetted by an actual person. Lots of popular games were not allowed since they are social experiences with a lot of role play, dialogue, and difficult to moderate. Horror games were also blocked. This has changed in the last few months. What shocked Carolyn wasn't those games that were known to be inappropriate. It seemed that content was slipping through the cracks and appearing as options for younger children. I didn't expect to find weird pedo stuff and bathroom voyeur games and suicidal idealization. All right, I'm done. I deleted my kids' Roblox accounts and recommend you guys do too. I just spent 6 hours playing the games meant for 5-year-olds, and it was awful. Something is very wrong with the Roblox Corp. One such game called Public Bathroom Simulator. Why else would a game be made around this idea or called this other than to be some kind of gross, like, weird thing for predators, honestly. It's like, this is a bathroom roleplay experience. You use the toilet. Your character's bottom clothing often disappears. The door stays open and other players watch you. That is weird, dude. The toilet turns yellow and brown. In some of the bathroom games, Carolyn said the characters are forced into a reclined position. Players get stuck there. Her thread on Twitter has videos that show other players acting out sexual acts on players that are trapped in the reclined position. There are 3,000 kids playing this particular. Let's be very real here. A lot of these aren't kids. There are 3,000 kids playing this particular bathroom game at any one time. Took less than a minute for this to start happening once my character was stuck in a puddle, she said. This is what I talk about quite often. There are a lot of individuals, predators, that are portraying themselves as kids in these types of games who hang out with underage individuals in these weird situations. In another game called Survive Peppa Piggy, characters inspired by Peppa Pig are shown bleeding with stab wounds. The game, along with many similar games, are tagged all ages. Don't get stuck in a puddle. I mean, just don't get hit, right? Carolyn said that her issue isn't necessarily the creepy things that happen in the game. I generally expect not safe for work stuff when I play any game with multiplayer, she said. These games are manually chosen by Roblox to earn the all ages tag. This is the issue, right? I agree. And despite the past issues with bathroom games, they insist on continuing to offer them in the youngest age bracket. This is what I talk about all the time, and Roblox is always coming to the forefront of my discussions in regards to this. Roblox is a game that is very, very, very promoted for games on its platform for young audiences. But Roblox does not do a good job at vetting these games for the content that they expose young people to, right? It's not, don't get me wrong, this is not easy, but it is their responsibility, man. Okay? There are two different areas in which, this comes into play. One is the software developer has a significant responsibility here to protect children, especially if the software is absolutely aimed at attracting audiences audiences, right? But also, it is the responsibility of parents. And good on Carolyn. Most parents don't take the time to vet the communities, software, the spaces, the online environments that their children are getting themselves engaged in. So good on Carolyn. It's a rough situation, but ultimately the developers behind these types of environments and software, games, online communities have to do a better job, man. They're literally creating these perfect environments for predators to get a hold of young people, man. It's really, 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 really bad. And I agree. I agree with Carolyn. While there, I'm sure, are plenty of safe, very appropriate games for young people on Roblox, there's a lot of really, really, really bad places for children to get into as well. Again, is it something super easy to deal with and handle and moderate and everything? No, I'm sure it's not, but it is their responsibility nonetheless. And it's terrible, dude. It really is. So it's a two-way street. The developer has a responsibility. The guardians or the parents or whoever's responsible for these children have a responsibility to make sure kids are not being exposed to this kind of content as well. But Roblox has a pretty bad track record, man, of allowing this kind of thing to happen. So I would be right there alongside Carolyn and saying, don't just let your kids, especially, go just willy nilly on Roblox. It's not a safe place, dude, at all. No way. Both of these are related. We'll look at both of them though. Let's go with this one first. Switch makes highly rated games less than $4. Two highly rated Nintendo Switch games are currently less than $4 via a new Nintendo eShop sale. One of the games is more specifically $3.99, while the other is only $2.99. There are two separate incredible deals, both independently available at the same time, but only for a limited time. In other words, both deals below may no longer be available by the time you're reading this, depending on who you're reading. When you're reading this. First deal is for Celeste, dude. Celeste for $4. Nice. One of the highest rated Switch games to date with a 92 on Metacritic. That's a good deal. A platformer widely considered one of the best platformers of all time, and certainly one of the best indie games of the last generation. Uh, it's normally $20, but it's 75% off right now until January 15th. Um, this is Celeste, if you're not aware. It's supposed to be a very good game. Very, very good game. It's actually on my list right now of games to potentially try to get played at some point this year if we can get to it. It's not on the schedule per se, but it is one of the games that are like slated as something we could fit in at some point, maybe. The second game isn't as decorated, but it's just as popular. Also available until January 15th is Rogue Legacy, 80% off. So it's $3. Rogue Legacy is a very cool game I have played. Rogue Legacy 2 is also out, but Rogue Legacy 2 builds off of what was so good about Rogue Legacy 1. So I don't know if you got it's a very cool roguelike game. Not as critically acclaimed as its sequel, Rogue Legacy was arguably more popular and significant when it was released in 2013 to an 85 on Metacritic. It's a good game too. Genealogical roguelite, where anyone can be a hero, reads an official pitch of the game. Each time you die, your child will succeed you. Every child is unique. One child might be colorblind, another might be a dwarf with vertigo, but that's okay because no one is perfect, and you don't have to be to succeed. There's a lot of really funny like traits that the heroes get. Like they'll have like IBS, so they're like they like fart a lot while you play the game. Like, there are some that have like there's all kinds of different traits. Like, they'll be giants or they'll be really small. There's all kinds of crazy traits that come with each. Basically, you die. There will be 3 different new characters to select from that will be like descendants of that character that just died, and they have different kinds of weird traits that you have to select from. It's a very good roguelike. I recommend. It's cool. So if you're interested, dude, these are 2 very, very good games at a nice price point right now. So check it out. Save on select digital games with a New Year sale. Start your year off with some fun. Save on select digital games in the New Year sale. Shop on Nintendo.com or your Switch to purchase and download games so you can start playing them right away. You can earn gold points awarded based on 5% of the amount you pay. If you have a paid Switch Online and Expansion Pack membership, you can even earn double points during the sale. All right. That is straight from Nintendo's site right now. Let's see what they got going on the sale here. Oh. Now until the 15th. This is literally the extent, like the entire running time of games done quick. Bro, I am having some issues today. I don't know. I can't get there. But here, don't do that. Just know that there is a New Year sale on Switch. We've seen some stuff previously. Let me see. See if we can just grab some info about what's actually in the sale. For Europe, right now, up 75% off on things like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Link's Awakening, 33% off on both of those. Persona 5 Royal, 30% off. Here's a lot of the sell prices and everything you can see. Lots of games, right? Neon White's about 25% off. South Park games, let's go. Cowabunga Collection, almost $10 off. Metro Redux is only like $4.50. Or, sorry, this is not dollars. This is pounds. The Skywalker Saga Lego Star Wars is about 25 pounds off. Kirby's Dream Buffet, just under 10 pounds. Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Now, there's a lot of good games on here. So here's a link to those sales. There you go. Get it on the big Nintendo Switch eShop sale. This is for the North American eShop, I think. So this one's actually being presented in US dollars. So usually anytime eShop does a sale, they'll do a sale all over the world, but it'll be maybe some different games it'll be different titles, or it'll be similar titles but at different price points, maybe, stuff like that. But you can see Link's Awakening, $42. There's Persona 5 again at $42. Skyrim Anniversary Edition, $35. Stardew Valley, $10. Skywalker Saga again, $35. Cowabunga Collection, $30. Dreamlight Valley, $22. Celeste, $5. That's the one we were just talking about, right? So, I don't know. All these links, man. There's a lot of good sales right now for the Nintendo eShop for Switch. So, go get yourself some sales if you're in the market. Bro, I don't even see an emote. Can anybody tell me what this emote? It didn't even come up with an emote, man. Party time? Bro, my OBS is broken right now. I don't know what's happening. I mean, try random mode if you want. I have no idea what's. There's just, I don't know what's going on this morning, dude. I feel like crap. I think OBS feels like crap. I think my computer feels like crap. Everybody's sick, dude. Everybody's sick. All right, nice. There we go. Okay. All right, I'm starting to see some more of it now. There's some weird stuff going on. Nice, gamer. Awesome. Game's done quick. This is the last thing I have for this morning. For the news. So I'm honestly, it might be the last thing I have for the day. I feel terrible this morning. I might just call it after this. I was planning on trying to do a little bit of Breath of the Wild, but OBS is jacked up. I feel like crap. It might just be the news today. I think that's probably gonna be the play. I'm probably just gonna try to rest up today, man. But just a second. Sorry. Awesome. Games done quick kicks off today, man. And I cannot recommend enough checking this out and participating, donating if you can. This is an amazing organization. Okay, Games Done Quick is fantastic. The event that kicks off today in roughly 3 hours is going to benefit. Yeah, I can't even get anything to load. I don't know what's going on, man. It's going to benefit Prevent Cancer Foundation. I think is what it is. Please, man. Yeah, I know, man. I can feel like even my my voice keeps kind of cutting out a little bit and stuff. I'm worried about losing my voice. I just want to kind of med myself up, try to rest, and hopefully get better. Plus, my PC is just being real weird, man. I don't know. It's. I feel like it's a sign, dude. I feel like it's a sign. There we go. Here we go. All right, dude. Here we go. All right. So what I will say is like, even though I won't be around, I know everybody has probably a good number of streamers to watch and things like that. And as much as I appreciate everybody being here all the time, and as much as I will feel bad not being live today for gaming content, this is a very, very cool spot to like hang out today if you need some stuff to watch and just be a part of. Today's or this week's event, they do awesome games done quick. Is they do a week long event twice a year. This is their winter event, and then they'll do a summer event as well. So today starts off their winter event, which is the 8th through the 15th, right? And it's 24 hours a day, man. It never stops. I'll show you the schedule. But it is a benefiting the Prevent Cancer Foundation. Okay, so what you'll see is like while the event is running, you can watch it here. They've got it embedded for their Twitch site. It's embedded here into their main website, and I'll link this. So you can watch it right here if you want. This is their schedule as well. So take this, and you can see, even if you don't want to watch absolutely everything, you can see some of the this schedule shows every single game they're going to run every day at exactly the time they're going to be running it, who's running it, who's going to be announcing for it, how long it takes them roughly to run the game, and here's all of today's schedule, right? And then you'll see there's tomorrow's schedule, Tuesdays, and it's just very cool. Anytime they have all kinds of things that they give away during the event, and it's for the people that actually donate. So if you donate towards the event, because again, it's all about charity, and this is Prevent Cancer Foundation, so they have all kinds of cool gaming related stuff that they give away. Sometimes it's just like cool collectibles. Sometimes it's actually legitimate gaming stuff, games, software, hardware, stuff like that. And depending on how much you donate, you can get yourself in the running for giveaways and stuff. But really, it's all about a really cool celebration of gaming. People that spend a lot of time honing in their skills of being speedrunners and celebrating these individuals and their skills, and just a cool event where the gaming community comes together and celebrates that and tries to do something good for the world, right? In the Prevent Cancer Foundation. I don't think there's anybody in the world that hasn't, in some form or fashion, been affected by the big C, if you will, whether it be themselves personally or somebody in their life, a loved one, a friend, family. And this is something that, I mean, they usually generate millions of dollars at these week-long events for the organizations that they benefit. And so even if you know aren't looking to necessarily or can't donate or whatever, it's fine. But I think just being able to check in and see what's going on with this is the more viewers, the better for this organization, right? So even if you don't want to watch the whole thing, find some games that you're really interested in that you like a lot, and check out the speed runs for them. They're very, very cool. It's a great organization, and I can't recommend it enough. So the links are there in chat, and that's my pitch. I'm not sponsored or anything by this organization, but I've watched GDQ for a long time, for many years now, and it's a great organization. They are very inclusive, and can't say enough great things about this organization and what they do for the gaming community and just the world in trying to benefit great organizations. So check them out, okay? Check them out. Oh, hold on. Here we go. Let's do this real quick. Don't forget to get your free games. Kerbal Space Program and Shadow Tactics are free on Epic right now. Go get your free games, okay? It's Shadow Tactics, Aiko's Choice. This is the standalone expansion for Shadow Tactics, Blades of the Shogun. They gave away the base game just a few weeks ago, I think, a couple weeks ago, and now you can get the standalone expansion as well. So go get Kerbal and the standalone expansion for Shadow Tactics. Go get your free games. Don't forget. Free games. Can't argue with that, man. You really can't. Cool. Them's the breaks, man. That's the news. My PC's acting weird. I feel like crap. I'm just gonna call it there, man. It's a weird day. I literally I didn't feel great yesterday, and I went for a normal stream. Really, I mean, I went all day, even though I didn't feel very good, and I slept literally all night long. I fell asleep after the stream. I slept for dude, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours. Woke up, ate dinner, went back to sleep, slept all night long, and I still just am not feeling great. So I just want to rest up. I do apologize, but I want to try to make sure that we're ready to rock for tomorrow, and not going to end up, you know, running myself ragged and getting beat up any worse. So, considering I'm having some issues today with the PC, it just seems like a sign that we'll kill it. But I cannot recommend enough. People go check out Awesome Games Done Quick, kicking off here in about 2.5 hours, I think. Yep, 2.5 hours from right now. AGDQ. Go check it out. It's an amazing vent, and it's a good time. So you guys rock, man. I hope you've had a good weekend. I hope that you have a great rest of your weekend. Happy Sunday. Sorry that I won't be doing any gaming stuff today, but we'll pick it back up tomorrow with Breath of the Wild, okay? So, other than that, man, I will catch everybody tomorrow at same time as always, 6 a.m. CST. We'll be doing January 9th edition of Video Gaming News, and hopefully by that point, I will be feeling much better, and we will get a full day, maybe even some extended gaming in of Breath of the Wild, okay? So if you're catching this as a VOD, you're enjoying the content, then either here on the Twitch channel or on our YouTube channel, see what you can do about coming and hanging out with myself and the rest of the amazing people that are part of this community when we do go live at 6 a.m. CST. And, we do the news and then whatever gaming stuff we have left to play after that for the rest of the day, okay? Other than that, you guys stay healthy, stay safe, be kind to one another, and go check out AGDQ, man. It's a great organization, really cool stuff, all right? Have a great rest of your weekend. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, guys.